Okay, we've got triple captain thoughts by Thomas McCarthy if you're going to play it this game week. So, captaincy indicators from the website I'm part of, the current ranking order of players as far as how many people are captaining who. Harry Kane is the most popular choice. Mohamed Salah is second. Gabriel Jesus is third. Raheem Sterling fourth. And Son Heung-min is fifth. I'm assuming they're putting Harry Kane because he's going to be chasing for that golden boot. Mohamed Salah, just off of winning the PFA Player of the Year, could be looking to put in a performance, but there's the chance he gets rested as it's between Champions League games. Champions League tomorrow night will be a huge game. Gabriel Jesus looks pretty nailed on as a Man City striker. Man City with good fixtures. Raheem Sterling, I could see Sane Sterling swapping out, so I'm not sure about Sterling. Son Heung-min, and I've moved my whole screen, which I didn't mean to do just then. Again, not nailed on, but who knows what could happen. He could get a decent score. I personally would be leaning towards Jesus or Kane. See, I want to think Kane will score big, but I just don't have as much faith in him as I had for most of this season. So if we look at Twitter, because I put a poll out, and there are polls that are relevant that you can vote on as well, which makes a nice change because I did them earlier. I did ask everyone on Twitter, who are you captaining? Currently 71 votes. 44% has been given to Kane, 39% to Salah, Jesus with 8 and Sterling with 9%. So those are the running orders as far as people that follow me on Twitter. I think Kane and Jesus are the best options out of those two, purely because of the risk of rotation. Worth bringing Kane in, not looking match fit. I still think it's worth bringing him in because if I remember correctly from last season, he wasn't scoring great, and then in game week 37 I think he went nuts. That's off the top of my head memory. I think those who had Kane, those who didn't have Kane, sorry, really suffered. So I think Kane is probably someone you should still be considering bringing in. If you're right and he doesn't play well, it would be a massive move if you didn't put him in and you were right. But it could be crippling if you were wrong. If Salah's not playing on Saturday, is it worth considering transferring out for a double game week player? I'd definitely say it is worth. It's worth it purely because his game time will probably depend on how well Harry Kane is doing. If Harry Kane starts coming close to his goal scoring record, golden boot, Salah may demand to play. I think Gameweek 36 likelihood to me is he gets rested. Anfield Express, by the way, spot on with their team. I missed it because I didn't think they released it as early as they did. So I put my notifications on Anfield Express at 9 o'clock, put my team out, and then a bunch of you guys told me, oh, have you not checked Anfield Express? I went back on their tweets and saw it. They were spot on with their prediction on the lineup. So I think you're looking at Salah probably not being worth it for the rest of the season. Maybe game week 38 bring him back in. But I imagine he'll get rested game week 36. Game time may be managed for the first game of game week 37. He could still do really well though. He's the type of player that has done well when everyone thinks it's worth looking at other players. So I'm not confident in saying that you don't need him, but my gut would say go for a double game week player. Okay, Svensson, how are you doing, my friend? Please help me decide between two options. I've got Salah-less or Kane-less. Kevin Long, Salah and Jose Perez for game week 37. Bench boost or Davies. 4.5 mid. King or T. Carroll maybe. And Kane. To pick between the two, I'd go Kane because he has one more game. But form-wise, Salah's the better option. I'd still go Kane because I think Salah's game time's at risk. So I could see Salah playing, starting 2 games and then maybe sub-appearances. Whereas I think Kane will start every game for the rest of this season. He'll want to get his match fitness up for England, I presume. So I'd probably go the Kane side. Difficult though, because we're looking at the player who's, one, he's going to want to score one more goal to be the person who scored the most Premier League goals in a season. He doesn't probably know this unless he plays fantasy football, but he could get the highest Fantasy Premier League points total ever for a player as well. So there's lots of records for Salah to go for. So he may really want to play, but I'd say go for Kane. 8 points on Salah, beat the best FPL points total in history for a season. Exactly, TP. Surprised Kane is so high up for captaincy. I'd probably go for him due to lack of options, but would take Salah if I had him. I think the Salah worry is he might not start. Now, we do know there was the game week, of course, where he didn't start and he still had a great game week. But I think the main issue people are looking at Kane is because Salah isn't available.